MJ Morning Show here at Q105, 104.7 FM. I just put in a note to Dennis Phillips, see if he's around. Yeah, I was going to try to also get Paul Delgado on and see how he's doing with power. Because, I'm going to send him another text here in a second. I want to go back to phones. I said that I would grab your phone calls again. It is now 9 o'clock, so we did this early. Is anybody seeing gas lines anywhere right now other than the free gas sites? Don't tell me about the free gas sites. Regular gas stations. Is anybody seeing lines or are you seeing normalcy? I'd like to get some snapshots all over the Tampa Bay area, all of our counties. I'd like to hear from you as you're driving around. Are you seeing open gas stations with people standing at the pumps, absolutely confirmed pumping gas, and there are not lines out into the street? Are you seeing the gas stations open and a return to relative normalcy as far as getting fueled up? I mean, I got to be honest, Friday and Saturday, man, it was like Mad Max out there. It was nuts. Yeah, all right, so 800-990-1047. Give us gas reports all over the Tampa Bay area. Let us know if you're seeing lines anywhere. So if you're driving and you're listening to us and you just passed a bunch of gas stations, let us know where you are and if you've seen any lines or if you're seeing pretty much normal operations. All right, before I grab gas, I got Jessica on the phone in Newport Richey. I guess wants to talk about Spectrum. Jessica, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Good morning, MJ. How are you?
Doing well. What's the story?
Well, I just wanted to mention that if you have Spectrum and you've lost connection with them any amount of time, you call them up and they will give you a credit for the time that you didn't have service.
Yeah, you know what? I think it might be complicated. Don't take my absolute word for this, but I thought I might have heard that if it was their outage that you can get credit, but if it was your power that was out and you weren't able to use their services that might have been connected, then they might not give you a credit.
Okay, but you have to call and ask for it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
They'll let you know. But the last storm, not this storm, but the storm before that, we lost our power and our cable and all that for like 5 or 6 days.
Wow.
So I called, and they gave me a credit.
What, you got, like $6.50?
No, I got like $25.
All right.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
Cable's a couple of bucks each day.
Yeah.
Well, Jessica.
And as far as gas is up in Newport Richey, back to normal. There's gas everywhere.
All right, good to hear. So Newport Richey, gas is everywhere. Thank you very much. Jessica, wish you the best. Thanks for calling. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Again, let's just do one last round here. This will probably be the last time. Just want to make sure that people are not seeing gas lines. It sounds like you don't need to venture far to find normal gas filling activity.
Yeah, if you pass a closed station, keep driving a little bit.
Yeah, and there are still some closed stations. You know, you still have stations with the pumps wrapped. Do they have those giant rolls of saran wrap?
So what they do is those stations did that before the hurricane to keep the nozzle from flying around.
And having damage to the pump. But you see that a bunch of the stations, they must have these big, giant, like 3-foot rolls of plastic wrap. It's like saran wrap on steroids.
It's called shrink wrap. They have it at every warehouse.
All right, well, you don't think gas stations would have it, but I guess that's part of their emergency kit to wrap the gas pumps.
Even if it was a regular thing of saran wrap, they could have wrapped it enough times.
All right, let's go to phones. Frank is in the Trinity area. Frank, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
How you doing, MJ? Everything's normal here, and I was in Pinellas yesterday and got gas, no problems, $2.81 for regular unleaded.
Oh, wow, you found $2.81 in Pinellas?
The Oldsmar, Tampa Road and McMullen Booth.
Is that what station is that?
The little Shell station right by the Walmart on the corner there.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Walmart. Yeah, it was really good. Yep.
That's a nice number. All right, thank you, Frank. I appreciate the call. All right, opens up a line, 800-990-1047. You know, I just want to know, is anyone seeing lines anywhere still? Because there really shouldn't be, according to our callers. Michael is on the MJ Morning Show. Michael, welcome. You're up.
Hey, MJ, it's Michael from Publix.
Oh, hey, Michael from the South Tampa Publix that I frequent. Yes, go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I just went by Dale Mabry and Limeball Shell Station. There's people pumping. There's no line. I'm getting ready to go by a Wawa on Dale Mabry and Waters, and it looks like it's normal. Yeah, it is.
So
yesterday I went by the Thorntons at Gun and Limeball, and there was a couple people in line. I had to wait a few minutes, but other than that, it looks like, everything is getting back to normalcy here.
Michael, thank you, buddy. I'll see you at Publix, all right?
You got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ryan is in St. Pete. Ryan, you're on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing? I just wanted to let you know that basically from, I would say, like the Tyrone 38th area all the way to Park Boulevard, down near Gandy, no lines. Everything seems to be fine as far as kind of getting back to normal.
Yeah, this is good news. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Ryan. Let me grab Stephen now, also in St. Pete. Stephen, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. We're looking for premium gas down here at Pinellas Point by the Skyway.
So you're looking for premium? You can't get premium?
Yeah. Everyone took it with the hurricane.
Yeah. So what do you need premium for?
All the high-end cars. There's some people that only can take premium.
Yeah, but Stephen, listen. One fill-up, one tank of 89 or 91, 87, whatever the hell it is, you can go a tank full without putting 93 in there, okay?
All right.
Yeah, it's not.
You're not going to break down the side of the road.
It's not going to hurt your car. And also, keep in mind that the octane rating on the yellow sticker, that's the minimum amount. You might be putting 87 in there, and you're ending up with 90, 92, 91.
Never do that.
The anti-knock index. Yeah, if that's the
Is it
minimum.
better to put one of those treatments in, like one of the gas treatments?
No, you don't mess. You don't need to put a treatment in. You don't need an octane boost. For if you've got a car that the manufacturer recommends 93 octane, one tank full, two tank full, it's not going to hurt your car. If your car is going to run just fine. You might have. I bet you don't even notice any engine knock. All right.
Yeah, it's one tank. You're going to burn through it in
Steven,
a couple of days.
Listen, if you fill it, I'm telling you, I've known people that have put the regular gas in to the high end cars that wanted 93 for the entire life and nothing happened. So, Steven, listen, you can put regular in there, put regular gas in there, you're fine. Okay,
dude. My 2010 Cadillac DTS calls for the 93. I put nothing but the cheap stuff in. Rides like a dream.
All right.
Why does this not surprise me?
Thank you. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, you bet. I'm happy to help. Let me grab Linda in Riverview. Linda, MJ Morning Show on Q105. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes.
I just got gas on, it's Riverview, but it's like just kissing Brandon off of Bloomingdale Avenue, 301 in Bloomingdale.
Okay.
There's a Circle K, and their pumps are half of them are out of gas, but I just got gas. I don't know about, there's two more.
What do you mean half are out of gas? Meaning half the pumps are still closed?
Yeah, half the pumps have bags on them.
Yeah.
So do the pumps, MJ, if they have like 12 pumps, do they all, they can't all sip off of the same reservoir?
They do. They're all.
Why would half of them be wrapped up?
Maybe there's mechanical problems with a particular pump.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've got a gas that they have like, they don't have like a jillion tanks in the ground for each island.
I'm talking about two.
No, there's all the gas comes out of the same damn tank to the different pumps at the station. All right.
Oh, that's weird because like one side of all the pumps.
You're gonna have you're gonna have different tanks in the ground for the different grades. Like obviously you've got a diesel tank, you've got an 87 tank, you got a 91 tank, you got a 93 tank. But all the pumps are gonna draw out of the same tank. Thank you. I appreciate the call. And let me grab Jim in Valrico. Are there any
How you doing?
Doing fine. Are there any Valeros in Valrico?
Ooh, that's a good
I don't know. I'm over here just staying with my sister right now. We live in town and country. We had to evacuate.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you about, there was a couple of guys at the 7-Eleven gas station on Memorial in Sheldon Road there.
Yep.
2 hours. pumping gas into 25 5-gallon containers.
Oh, my God. They were pumping 25 5-gallon containers that are just sitting there?
Just sitting there for 2 hours. Someone told me because I was waiting in line, and I kept saying to myself, hey, why don't y'all just take the freaking pump home with y'all?
Yeah, just tie a chain around and drag it out.
I walked in to pay, and I told them, oh, we wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah, they
so
should.
I told the owner.
Yeah, I do believe that you should limit. I'm opposed to like saying people can't fill a gas can because maybe they need to fill it up for their generator. But, filling up a couple of gas cans I think is okay. But monopolizing the pump by filling up 25 gas cans, I think that's...
Finally, the owner came out and told me they had to leave. They didn't want to leave. So all of a sudden, the sheriff came out, and I was pointing towards them. He said, did you call? I said, no, the owner called, and he kind of pushed me away. Don't get involved. Don't get involved.
Yeah.
But what they're going to do is they're going to probably go down south and sell it.
Yeah, but it looks like that gas is really being replenished everywhere. So I don't know what
it sounds like they're a day late on that scam.
Why would they get fill up 25 5-gallon containers sitting there for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Maybe they have lawn equipment. Maybe they work for a lawn company.
Yeah.
Maybe they enjoy the smell of gas.
Maybe they have the world's largest collection of gas-powered weed whackers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Jim.
All right.
I think I just.
I got to get going. I'm in Lowe's now, trying to get some boxes and stuff to pack up because we had to leave.
All right, goodbye. Thanks, Jim. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Crystal in Palm Harbor. Crystal, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ, I drive from Holiday to Clearwater every morning, and all of the gas stations along 19, that route, are all functioning except for the ones that sustain damages.
Yep.
There's even a gas truck right at Alderman and 19, and it's plentiful the whole way down.
How many signs, when you cruise 19, how many of the businesses' signs are cracked, pieces missing, blown out?
Surprisingly, not too many. We were more surprised at the gigantic billboards. There's 2 of them that sell that I counted on 19. Those were the ones that surprised us. There's some signs kind of leaned over. There's some had to have some cracks in it, but they all look pretty good.
Yeah, because along Kennedy and Dale Mabry in South Tampa, where I am, I've seen a lot of signs blown out. Also, billboards. You mentioned billboards. You're saying that you've seen the actual, like the billboard structures knocked over?
Oh, yeah. There's 2 at 19, I think, right around Palm Harbor. And I'm talking about the big, giant ones with the big concrete foundations are tipped over.
Oh,
There's
wow.
2 of them.
Man, you mean the ones with like the big black or gray metal piping?
Yes, those. And I'm passing a T-Mobile sign and an Aspen Dental right by Starbucks, and that one's tipped over, but it's not a billboard.
Right. You know what I'm seeing as far as the most damage to the billboards are the vinyl printed, the ad copy, which is printed on big sheets of vinyl. That's where there's major, major damage. So for Clear Channel Outdoor, out front, you got Lamar, and you got some of the other companies, out there. But I mean, the number of billboards, the ad copy. As I was driving up the Veterans, for instance, going to Veterans Ford to pick up the F-150, the number of billboards that just like shredded and like one little piece like dangling down. You have no idea what the ad copy was for what client.
You see like the lawyer's chin.
Well, because 90% of 90% of the billboards out there are for law firms these days, But the number, they got a nightmare. So out front and Clear Channel Outdoor, they've got a nightmare with all of these billboards and to reprint vinyls, and I mean that's just a mess. So hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it, Crystal.
All right, you have a good day, you guys.
You too.
You too.
Linda in St. Pete. Hi, Linda. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi. Good morning. I love you guys.
Thank you, Linda.
And, I usually don't call in because I don't really have anything to input, but I need a plumber.
Oh.
What do you need a plumber for?
I have a water leak in the house, and I can't fix it myself.
All right, hang on. Let me get Joe the plumber on the phone. Maybe Joe the plumber, Joe Gonzalez Plumbing. He's down on Anna Maria right now. Maybe we can get him to swing by on the way back from. Let me call Joe the plumber because I told him I would probably call him.
Is he coming back to?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hang on. Just, let me conference.
All right,
let me.
thank you.
Well, hold on,
Linda.
Linda,
All right, I'm holding.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Let me.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good. What kind of leak is it? Is it like under a sink, or is it the toilet, or what? Linda, is she on hold?
Yeah, Linda's on hold.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to call. Yeah, no, I conference. I'm calling Joe right now. Linda, you there?
I'm here.
All right, hang on. I'm trying to get Joe the plumber on the phone.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Joe the plumber. It's MJ, Fester, Roxanne live on Q105.
Good morning.
I just saw the pictures you sent me from Anna Maria. My God.
We just got to our job. It's at my aunt's beach home.
Yep.
And she was very fortunate, but coming in, there's just mounds of dirt down the road. And they finally lifted the curfew, I believe, and the checkpoint so you can get on the island easily now.
What is this warehouse building where the whole corner is ripped off?
That was in Bradenton.
Oh, wow.
And the power lines, if you look, the power lines are hanging on the side of it, touching the metal.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what that place was.
Yeah, that could be a shock hazard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I've got Linda on the line in St. Pete. Joe, do you have any opportunity after you leave Anna Maria to swing through St. Pete and fix Linda's leak?
What's leaking?
Linda, this is Joe the plumber. Linda, can you tell Joe exactly what's going on?
Hi, Joe. I got a wet floor.
A wet floor.
And it's getting soggier.
What's the source of the water?
Linda, can you see water coming out of any particular spot?
No, it's in between two different rooms, and there's sinks around, but nothing's leaking. It's coming up from the ground.
Could it be a busted pipe in the wall?
MJ,
yeah,
get her information and then text it to me off the air, and I will give her a call because we are driving through St. Pete, and I can probably stop by and take a look at it.
That is awesome.
And it may be that her power station, she's lost power, and the lift station for her community is not working, and she's not able. That maybe the sewage backing up into her home that she's not realizing.
All right.
My.
Let me, Joe. Hold on. Let me leave you on hold. I got another question for you. Andrew, I'm putting Linda on hold. Get Linda's phone number. Linda, so Joe the plumber is going to call you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so hold on. I'm going to put you on hold, and Andrew's going to get all your information. Hey, Joe, so you told me that up here in Tampa and, the areas that you service since the hurricane, you were seeing a lot of, pipe issues in the ground. What was the major bulk of the problems you were seeing from a plumbing standpoint?
A lot of water heaters got immersed in water, and then it shorted them out.
Yep.
The tankless water heaters, the new tankless water heaters, those were getting immersed in water, especially on Davis Island, so we were having to replace those. A lot of people are calling and complaining that there's water bubbling in their front yard. Turns out that their lift station in their community's Carrollwood area, they lost power, which in turn, because the lift station wasn't working or the grinder pumps weren't working, then what was happening was we had the sewer was just backing up and continued to back up.
That's great.
So that's what people were seeing. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Oh, I found the text. Also, you said that lots of water lines were broken from tree roots, from trees getting uprooted and then ripping up some of the supply lines.
Without giving too much details, there was an official high in the NFL teams, our local NFL team, that had a tree flipped over in their front yard, and it actually ripped the water line clean out of the ground. And so we're going to go over there this week and try and restore water back to his property.
Good job not giving any details there. Baker Mayfield looks like he hasn't had a shower in a while. We'll know why.
All right, Joe. All right, I've got the information for Linda. I'm going to text you Linda's number if you can help her out. She sounds like a sweet lady who probably looked at the water issue and went, "Oh here.
She sounds lovely.
Yeah, she does.
I'm glad she called us and we can help.
All right, Joe the plumber. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
You too.
You too.
Joe
He's
the plumber,
helpful.
Gonzalez Plumbing. His family started this plumbing business like in 1926 or something in Tampa. So Gonzalez Plumbing is like one of the oldest plumbing organizations still in existence in Tampa. All right, 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show. Let me finish up with just a couple of lines here. Melissa, Lindsay, Samantha, Rich. Let me grab Melissa in Port Richey. Hi, Melissa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ, long-time listener.
Thank you.
Just wanted to let you know, in Port Richey, the Wawa at Ridge and 19 has normal gas lines and gasoline, as well as the racetrack at Fox Hollow and 19. However, the 7-Eleven there is still without gas, and the 76 station at Ranch Road and 19 has gas with normal lines.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. I appreciate the report. Lindsay in South Tampa. Hello, Lindsay.
Hey, this is Lindsay. Thanks for taking my call.
Yep.
I live in south of Gandy by the military base.
Yep.
So Southdale, Mabry, Bayshore. The port that brings in the fuel to Tampa is right here on Inner Bay and Port of Tampa. We are still without power, all running on generators, and there's only 2 gas stations that have fuel. And they have like 8 gas stations. Only 2 of them have fuel.
Yeah. So,
And I just drove around for like 25 minutes looking for one fuel station.
and did you find one?
Yes, about 8 minutes ago. I've been on hold this whole time with you guys to let you know that we're bags. They have power. The gas stations have power. Tico gave them power. They don't have fuel.
Gotcha. All right. So, are there lines? The gas stations south of Gandy that do have gas, are there lines?
There is one that has lines, Texaco, on South McDill Avenue. They have lines on Pearl and South McDill.
Okay.
Because it's only a 2-pump station. It only has, 4 pumps.
But if you're able to venture north on Dale Mabry or up to Kennedy, and you're going to find gas stations that are open now. So just venture out from the immediate area, just a couple of miles, and you're going to find. I'm sure gas is more plentiful.
It definitely is, because I just came and got a rental car from up north, but they couldn't even put fuel in my rental car. I had to drive down to my house, and I couldn't find fuel by my house.
Oh, so
I should have got it when I was up north.
So the rental car company, they did not have enough gas to fill up and give the rental out full.
Right, and I was like, okay, I'll get it by my house.
Which rental car company was that?
It was from a dealership because they're fixing my flooded car.
Oh, I got you.
Well, I love you South Tampa people talk about up north being Kennedy Boulevard.
Well, it's called Sog and Nog.
I know,
North
we
of Gandy
know.
Or south of Gandy.
We know.
And
Yeah.
south of Gandy ain't doing so well down here, guys.
Oh, I had to go up north to El Prado.
Lindsay,
Not wrong.
Lindsay, thank you for calling in.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Samantha is in Lithia. Samantha, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing fine. What's the story?
Well, a couple of things. We got power last night. Thank God. It came on like around 9 o'clock. So I'm in the Fish Hawk, Lithia area. And went to get gas this morning at the Wawa. Are you there?
Yeah, we're listening.
Oh, okay. And all the yard guys, I know they have to make a living, but they were doing the same thing. They were like taking up all of the gas pumps, filling up these things for their lawnmowers and stuff. And I finally said, quit being a gas hole. Go just take what you need and move on. All these people, there is a line, by the way, for people to get gas because they're all filling up because they have to, they're here now cutting down trees, but they are, and there is a line at the Wawa on the corner of Boya and Fish Hawk, and it looks like they are running out of gas again. So I don't know if the trucks are going to come refill again because everybody waited there yesterday.
Yeah. So bottom line is when they run out, the gas stations let the distributor know, or whoever they order from. So they'll have more gas on the way because it looks like the gas is flowing from the ports right now. So I'm sorry you had experienced the gas holes, filling up.
That's not fair. Samantha, that's not fair. These guys, the tree guys, the lawn guys, the people we want out to clear the brush need the fuel for their machinery.
Yeah, but
I mean, if I have 15 pieces of equipment, I need to fill all of them because we're going to go to work today. Don't call them a gas hole.
Yeah, I get it, but they don't need to take all of the lines up. Like they were blocking other people that could be getting gas on the other side of the tank.
Oh, with their trailers?
With their trailers.
Yeah.
With their trailers, yeah.
Yeah, so park on the side and then fill up your tanks.
Drive your lawnmower
cans.
up to the tank. This is how they have to do it.
They probably have the red containers.
I think you're being super sensitive right now because your patience is just running thin.
I am not a gas hole. I am not.
I'm not saying you're a gas hole. You don't sound like a gas hole.
Don't get argumentative with Samantha.
I'm just saying, Samantha, just breathe. It's okay.
You breathe, Fester.
No, it's not. You don't.
Put your CPAP mask on and breathe, all right?
What, you calling me an elitist because I have gas near my home and electricity? No.
Fester, why are you arguing with Samantha?
I'm just telling her to relax. These people.
I just got power after 5 days of having no power.
I understand. I got it a day ago. So listen, we're in the same boat. I understand. But these people who are working in our community need the gas to get the trees off of power lines.
And I get that, but why don't they have one line for those guys and say, or one or two lines for them, but not the whole gas station.
Samantha, this has really riled you up, but I get it. Samantha, best of luck, and thanks for calling in.
All right, thanks, MJ.
You bet.
I just want to bring something up that I just thought of. Samantha is probably suffering from the same thing I am, and everyone is hurricane fatigue. Is everybody really tired from the adrenaline that was coursing through your body?
I know that is a hell of an observation. I never thought of that. I'm being facetious.
I know. No, I'm just like, we can't be hard on anybody because everybody's tired.
9:27 at the MJ Morning Show. Let me take a quick break. The phones won't stop, so we'll take a few more calls. I got some loose ends. I've got a lot of non-hurricane related items here. We'll probably push those off till tomorrow and really probably get back to 90% normal tomorrow on tomorrow's program. A couple of great sponsors here on the MJ Morning Show that I want to talk about. Oh man, I ran this one already this morning. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Hang on, let me
like a no repeat rejoiner show. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Let me come up with a different rejoiner. Right? How about this one? There we go.
This is like clown cars music. I know what it is. I know it's Blues Brothers.
Hold on. Did you say this is clown car music?
This is what it reminds me of, the clown car music.
How does this remind?
It just has that.
You're calling the Blues Brothers clown car music?
I am. Your precious Blues Brothers.
What are you talking? That's insulting that you're calling the Blues Brothers music clown car music.
Can't you picture clowns? If you haven't seen the movie like me, can't you picture clowns getting out of their cars and
dancing?
Yeah.
Dancing really well. This is awesome.
It's insulting. All right, 9:37 at the MJ Morning Show. I saw that a bunch of the boil water orders were lifted. Like what? St. Pete's boil water order has been rescinded.
Why do they issue those? Is there crap in the water?
Yeah, well, it's when the system becomes unpressurized. Or there's any kind of potential contamination that they want to have you boil the water to kill any microbes or bacterial issues. Speaking of water, the Withlacoochee is expected to crest later this week. That it's still rising, so you've got flooding along some of these tributaries and rivers from all of this upstream rainwater of ridiculous proportions. I think I've seen we're at a rainfall record right now. I think we're at close to 77 or 80 inches of water, which I think right now we might be twice the yearly rainfall for the Tampa Bay area.
I think it was. I saw some higher numbers than that.
Yeah,
Like in one day, we got twice the yearly?
No. I'm talking about right now. As of right now, we are like twice the usual yearly rainfall. So the drought is over, clearly. You know, the reservoirs are like brimming. They're like totally full.
I've never seen the lake so high.
Yeah, I feel like I saw a stat. It may have changed since I saw it, but I saw that we were like 5 times for the month of October. 5 times what we usually get for the month of October already.
All right, let me grab phones. Bill is in Largo. Bill, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, MJ. I wanted to reach out to the community about their swimming pools. I'm in the swimming pool industry.
Yep.
And have everyone be patient with us pool guys trying to get out there to clean it and get it back to normal. I know it's not a life-threatening issue, but we're losing clients because we can't get out there fast enough. I had a lady cancel on me because I couldn't get out there the day after the hurricane to clean the pool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my pool.
Yeah, as you can imagine.
Well, Bill, my pool's an absolute wreck in South Tampa because, with Helene, I had Tampa Bay about a foot over my pool. So my pool is the color of Tampa Bay. We pumped a bunch of it out. And my deal is, you know what? I'm not filling the pool right now. I'm going to take this opportunity because I wanted to redo my pool deck and my coping. So I'm just going to take this time. I'm busting up my pool deck. I'm going to redo my pool deck. I'm going to change out my coping, and and while I got the pool drained, I think I'm going to resurface the pool. I think it's time for that and retile. So I'm not going to have a pool running probably till early next year because I'm going to just get all kinds of work done now.
Excellent, MJ. Well, a lot of people, they want to get back to using it. It's still a little warm, but don't cancel on your pool guy. Give us a little time. As you can imagine, the pools are trash. Some are completely trashed on the beach here on Gulf Boulevard in Largo.
Wow.
And just, reach out to the community, everybody out there. Hey, just be patient with us pool guys. We'll get that back up and running.
Do you know a trusted, really good resurfacer? I need a really good pool resurfacer and a good tile person.
Well, your best bet, MJ, is reach out to Pinch a Penny because, they're the big corporation, whatever. They're going to have all those kind of connects in the area, in your area, wherever, to get that resurfacing done.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Let me grab Michelle in St. Petersburg. Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Well, thank you. First-time caller.
Well, that's...
Long-time listener, though.
Well, thank you. Go ahead.
I'm actually calling about my aunt, Tia Dulce. Hope I don't get too emotional. She's 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
She immigrated here from Cuba 60 years ago, became a citizen, one of 15 children. My yaya is actually 107 now.
What?
So, yes.
Wait, what kind of genes do you guys have in your family? Wow.
I have no idea. My father-in-law from Cuba is turning 98 next year. So, yeah. So just an amazing, loving family. My aunt, again, as I said, she's 100. She actually owns her home, and living in her home with her are her twin sons who are developmentally disabled. They all live on fixed income, and they did not have any homeowners insurance. And as you know, Town and Country flooded, and we are in the process of having over 4 feet of drywall cut out of her whole home.
Yeah.
She has lost everything.
Oh, geez.
Everything. It was just devastating to see 100 years of her life have to be cleaned out.
That's awful.
And yeah, so what we're looking for is we were able to, clean out the house ourselves, get everything out. Took her whole checking account to be able to get a restoration service in to cut out the drywall. But now we're stuck because we live in St. Pete. She's in Town and Country. We don't have resources. She doesn't have any funding. So we're looking for, when the power comes on, an electrician that either can volunteer or at a low cost come in and check the electricity so we can kind of move on to the next steps, because you're not able to do anything until they certify And of course, we're going to apply for FEMA, so we don't know what that will bring for a 100-year-old woman to be approved for a loan. We have a GoFundMe, but we don't know how to get it out there because my husband and I, we really don't do much social media.
What is the GoFundMe if listeners want to contribute?
I would be so grateful for that. Let's go to my emails here.
Yeah, just give us the GoFundMe, and if people listening would maybe drop a couple of bucks in there, or if there's an electrician listening that would like to check out a 100-year-old woman's home in Town and Country, just call us up and we'll pass the information along. 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. And Michelle, I'll put you on hold so we can get your number as well.
And could I also be put on hold while I look for the GoFundMe? I don't want to hold up your listeners and things like that.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm just getting back.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, and Andrew will pick up your line and wait for you to find the GoFundMe. Let me grab Meade in Temple Terrace. Hi, Meade. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey there. I have your weekly jerk-off report.
We don't need every day.
All right. So my neighbor had a tree on their property.
Yeah.
All right. It fell in the storm. All right. It fell into my pool cage, onto my roof. Right. It's a mess. Right. But that's they're not the jerk-offs, right? I mean, that's why God invented insurance. Right. And so where it goes south is they hire this jerk off to cut their side of the tree.
All right, that's the last J.O., okay?
Get to your point.
All right,
we'll do the jokes, and you just tell us a story.
All right. So what ends up happening is this guy comes over. He gives me his quote. All right, I'm unsure about it. I call up my insurance, and my insurance says, well, if it's not further compromising the structure, why are you rushing? It doesn't need to be cut down the next day. It can wait a week.
Right.
Which they're right. They're right. Why are we rushing it? So I tell my neighbor this. I tell the contractor this. All right. And he just texts me, whatever, I'm going to start on the neighbors. Well, that's bad because the top of the tree is in my yard. That's where you start cutting a tree, is on the top. All right. And so what happens is he makes a straight cut, catapults the tree, all right, destroys my retaining wall, cracks my pool.
Oh, my God.
Completely totals my lanai.
Well, listen, if you have negligence by the tree cutter, then you've got to – is this a licensed tree cutter?
Well, this is where it gets funny. Okay. So his business card, okay, so he does like $370,000 worth of damage to my house.
Oh, my God.
All right. So his business card they handed me says licensed and insured. So I'm like, okay, again, why God create insurance? This guy's an idiot. His insurance will pay out. Turns out he was operating under a defunct LLC because he did not do his annual renewal.
Oh, wow.
That means he is uninsured, unlicensed. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sue him personally.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. Okay, but that's blood from a turnip. All right. Where it gets even funnier is that he did not renew his domain name, which is on his truck, which is on his shirts, which is on his business cards. So being a technical guy,
you got it.
I buy his domain.
Oh my God.
Okay. And so if you want to learn more about my situation, you can go to landproirrigation.com.
That's a good name, too.
Landproirrigation.com to learn all about the disaster I'm facing. Oh, and by the way, he was arrested for beating his wife, taking the kid, leaving the kid.
Okay, hold on.
All right, hang on, man.
Land Pro Irrigation destroys property.
All right, hold on. I don't want to get.
There's his mugshot.
I don't want to. I don't want to get into some of the other issues that you're bringing up, but
there's oh my God, this.
Wow! Wow! Yeah, I don't want to get into some of those issues. So you've now commandeered his internet domain, and You put up a whole website about the guy destroying your house, allegedly?
Convicted crackhead.
Fester?
Yes.
I'm just reading the
And then
website.
also, I'm pretty good at SEO, so now it's the first thing people see when they Google the company, Google's name. Pretty great.
Oh, wow. Man, this is insane. And what does your insurance company say? Are they going to pay out or no?
So the adjuster has yet to come out. I've already lawyered up. But it's funny, without internet, I still don't have electricity or internet, and the cell phone data here is terrible. I think the storm took down a few towers or something, but or maybe it's load. I don't know. So the attorney is literally coming to my house because we can't do like Zoom meetings or, I couldn't even sign the engagement letter.
Wow. On the website that you've commandeered, you even say F you and then the guy's name and your company. Wow. You're clearly charged up. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures of your house. First of all, who starts cutting a tree in the middle and not at the top of the tree?
You don't know. And again, like the tree, the root ball was in my neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an eyesore for them, but no structural issue at all.
Wow. And then this tree cutter, this guy then caused all kinds of structural issues at your place.
Why didn't your neighbor stop this? Why didn't you say, hey, neighbor, let's wait like 2 weeks?
I tried. The neighbor didn't listen. But that's a separate issue that I'm not going to get into here. Right.
Oh my God, Mead, what a mess.
All right, Mead, send me a text. I have some good revenge ideas.
We stop it.
Anyway, like Mead does too.
Mead, thanks for telling the story. I'm running out of time here. I got to run.
Mead, send me a text. I have some good ones.
You're good.
Mead, this is crazy. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, got you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Dude, I found a new revenge thing. Oh my God, it's so good.
So the tree guy wrecks Mead's house. Mead discovers that the guy's domain name has expired. Mead buys the guy's internet domain name and puts a whole blaster narrative just attacking this guy with pictures and like going over his prior legal and
dude, he mentions his parents.
Oh my
on October
God.
12th, 2024.
That's it.
So-and-so, son of blank and blank of the company's name.
Gotcha.
Oh my.
Anyway, so it's pretty extensive.
This is pretty good.
We got to go.
I'm so glad I have this.
Man, we've gotten just all kinds of stories, man.
How come nobody's called me with a piece of the roof from Tropicana Field? I'm so disappointed in St. Petersburg.
We got to cruise. Anything else before we get out of here today?
If you have a piece of Tropicana Field roof, I really would like one.
Hold on. Did I miss a call?
Did you?
Did I? I
don't see anybody on the board.
Who's on two? Am I supposed to? Oh, geez. I'm sorry. Well, I like to help Boomhauer. Boomhauer gave Max, our engineer, 5 gallons of gas.
Gosh, is he on the line or we hang up on him?
No, he hung up. But we'll talk to Boomhauer later this week.
What's his name? Bill, call back tomorrow.
Yeah, Bill Boomhauer. Call us back tomorrow. All right, 9:51 at the MJ Morning Show. I think that's going to put a dent in today's broadcast. Yeah, I think we're about done.
Yeah, we got Cash Kitty coming up in 10 minutes, less than.
Yep. So your chance to win $1,000 with the Cash Kitty, that could help about now. And we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And folks, let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-